Okay, now hello 4 for question 15, you need to use this bar graph. And the problem says that Miss Sloan asked 117 fourth grade students the question, how many pets do you have? She displayed the data she collected in the bar graph shown. Now, if you look closely at mine, you can see that with a red pen, I was very strategic. And what I did, if you look over to the left axis where it says number of students, right here. Whoop, oh, sorry. I just want to make sure I'm doing this okay. So if you look right on this side, the number of students, what I did is I noticed that between 0 and 10, each black mark represents 2. So I actually wrote those in. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, in some places you didn't need to do it, but it definitely helps you determine 23 and 35, which is very tricky. I took a ruler and just lined up those markings, okay? That might have been a place where you could easily have gone wrong. And then what I also did is on the top of each bar, I wrote that number. So I don't have to keep coming back over to that, the y-axis, okay, and looking at those numbers. So that's a real awesome strategy where you write that total on top of the bar, okay? So when you look at this picture, the number of the pets is down below in the y-axis, okay? There are 23 students who have 0 pets. There are, 35 students who have 1 pet. There are 20 students who have 2 pets. There are 30 students that have 3 pets. There are 9 students that have 4 pets. So anytime on a test that you have any type of a graph, slow it down, take time to read it, strategically mark those numbers. If it's a bar graph, even putting the total for each bar. That is an awesome, awesome strategy, okay? Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to toggle between the question and the graph, okay? You might want to hit pause first just to mark up your graph. If you discovered that you misread the bar graph, just hit pause, take a minute to revise the bar graph, take a minute to review your questions, okay? Now that you're ready, let's use our bar graph to answer these questions. Part A says, how many of the students that responded have 2 pets? So basically, that was a pretty easy question. You just look at the graph, you go to number 2, number of pets 2, and you'll see that it's 20 students, okay? Part B, how many more students have 1 pet than students who have 3 pets? So you look at, well, how many students do have 1 pet? I discovered that 35 students have 1 pet. How many students have 3 pets? 30 students have 3 pets. So the difference between 35 and 30, 35 minus 30 is 5 students. So 5 students have 5 more students have 3 pets. Okay, that is part B. Now part C was pretty involved. You had to find the total number of pets that the 4th graders have. So explain how you use the bar graph to solve the problem. Show your work using equations. And I'm noticing I didn't write my equations on the spot, so I can easily do that. Okay, so the first thing I did, and I'll see if I can just showcase this for you, is I wanted to find the number of students. Okay, so I did column addition here. For an equation, it would be 23 plus 35 plus 20. Now I'm running out of room. Plus 30 plus 9 equals 117. Okay, so that's the total number of students. Now, what's kind of tricky though is, and I actually did this in my head, I believe. Let's see. 35 students have one pet, right? So let me erase this so you can see this. And before I write the, well, actually, maybe I will write the equations as we go. So you have 35 groups of 1 is 35. Then you have, oh, and also 23 students have 0 pets. So 23 groups of 0 is 0. I didn't even spend time with that one. 20 students had 2 pets. All right, so that's 40 pets. 30 students have 3 pets. That's 90 pets. 9 students have 4 pets, so that's 36 pets, okay? Now, do not stress if you got this wrong or if you got confused by it. It was easy enough to add the total number of students, but you have to remember the multiplication involved because, let's see, I have like 35 students here, and they each have 1 pet, so that's 35 pets. I have 20 students here, but each student has 2 pets, so that's 20 groups of 2, which is my 40 pets. I have 30 students here. However, guys, these 30 kids have 3 pets at home, so that's 90 pets right there. And then I have 9 students who have 4 pets at home. That's 36 pets, okay? And then down here, I did column addition. Keep in mind on a test, always good to check your work. The equation, and I know I won't be able to fit it all in, but it would go, if I were to add them up, 35 plus 40 plus 90 plus 36 equals 201, okay? Remember, with an equation, you need an equal sign, okay? I hope this helped you.